Pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Brooklyn Bulls and the Dublin Celtic Tigers. The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And they'll go on the ground. And this first play will get him back to the 25, but that's going to be it. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll set up a third down.
It's really simple to say that they know their identity, that they are a passing team. But one of the reasons that they're so successful, they know how to mix in the run and make sure that they keep the defense off balance and not able to just simply say, let's go get the quarterback and disrupt things.
Third play here, this opening drive, as they're up against a 3rd and 5. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? A little antsy on the left side of the line.
Yeah, I think they got the guy in the end. I think they got the DN there on that one. And let's face it, he is so amped up, wanting to get a good get off on the snap, jump too quickly.
Set! 3-19! 3-19! Watch him now, Barney! Barney!
On third down, they'll try and run for it on the draw. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Officially a gain of just a yard there, but they do convert on 3rd and inches. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. It's a gain of 5, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a turkey bowl where you have that center-eligible stuff, but still a lot of guys to account for.
9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive. Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And down to the 44, 5 yards that time.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Back to throw here. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A good pickup there, a 22. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them.
And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. They were able to win last week despite him being sacked 4 times. They might need to tighten the reins a little bit, or this one may not end in another victory.
You're right about that. They can't count on just winning the game no matter what happens. They can't let the accumulation of hits and harassment in the pocket get to their quarterback. Got to stop that, give him clean lanes to throw the football in order to have a better chance to win again this week.
He'll look to throw. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this is caught. A spectacular one-handed grab there. It'll be a pickup of 14, but they're still a little bit short as it brings up 4th.
Gotta love the catch. I think you gotta love the gloves as well.
Yeah, these one-handed catches, that was great, and they're fun. They're becoming a little more ho-hum, aren't they?
Yeah, they really are. And I know that it sounds like we're taking credit away from the guys, and we don't mean that at all. They really work hard on this one-handed catch thing, but I think the gloves have to be helping in a big way.
So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. So I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone and get you 6?
They go play action here on 1st down. Well, he's going to take a shot right away. And lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. 2nd down. We documented it last week. They played so well defensively. 4 interceptions. Tried to get their hands on another one there.
And when you've had 4 the previous week, you are just itching for more the very next week. And there was a great opportunity. It went by the wayside, but let's not underscore what's going on with this defensive unit. They are around the ball every time it's being put in the air.
And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Hurry up, here we go. Green, 39.
They're going to look to throw. And that's complete. It's Watson. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another 1st down. When you give up points on the opening drive, in this case a field goal, you'd hate to go 3 and out. They avoid that.
They do, and it's also walking that fine line mentally, too, as a coach, isn't it? Because you want to emphasize to your team exactly what you said. All right, we gave up a field goal. Let's go back and at least equal that, guys. But if we don't, you don't want them to feel like it's the end of the world either. Nice that they were able to pick up the 1st down there, help them relax a little bit.
A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2.
So after that stop, you know that 3rd down is not a gimme if you're on the offensive team. So what are you going to do? Run it again? Or maybe you go play action and try and throw the ball and pick up the necessary yardage.
With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Brooklyn football as we get going in quarter number 2. They're up against a 3rd and 2 to start things out. And they'll go with a ground attack here. And he'll get nothing out of that one. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down.
Another down on the scoreboard, but the urge to go for it is almost irresistible here on 4th and short. Yeah, I know they're on their own side of the field.
I was going to say.
Normally I would say punt the ball away, but I'm feeling it. I say go for it.
They're going to try and throw. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And that will force a turnover on downs. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion.
Seeing that play and understanding just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice game right there on 1st down for them. Brings up a nice 2nd down for them.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give him a new set of downs.
But we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
He's going to loft one deep left side here. So they took a shot on 1st down, but couldn't connect.
Tremendous field position there and a perfect time to do exactly what they did. Take a shot at the end zone. And they went for the big play, just unable to complete it.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 26.
And Brandon, the passing game for both of these teams is going to be affected as the game goes along. It's not looking like the rain's going to let up anytime soon. So that might mean a few more wobbly passes and wide receiver slips. And this one winds up getting intercepted.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on 1st down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. And on the ground they go with the running back. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. The corner, Stephon Gilmore, on the stop.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much.
Detroit! Detroit!
Out of the gun now on third down. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. Fielded just inside the 20. It's a 47-yard punt, but they did give up 10 on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Now this offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Gone!
They'll look to throw here. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue. Now a handoff looking right. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Here we go.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A good pickup there at 22. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. Back with more after this. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this first half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there in the good defensive position, able to affect the play.
Lucky 56.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked off down at the 2. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Back to throw now in his own end zone. And he is not going to get away. The rush was too strong, and this is going to wind up a safety. And you know, the man who sat in my chair the last few years, he has a theory. These plays, these safeties, they're so rare. Maybe they should be worth more than 2, maybe 4 points.
I think he's got a great point. I really do, Brandon. But I would go ahead and up it to 6. I'm a former defender.
Oh.
To me, that's like scoring a touchdown.
Easy now. I'll go 4. I don't know about 6.
Come up to 6.
A lot of points. Out comes this offensive unit as they get set to take over here. And 2 interceptions already here in this first half. That's got to affect him a little bit, right? He's got to be thinking about it.
He's got to be thinking about it, but most of the good ones, they find a way to put it aside. They're not happy about it by any stretch of the imagination. They find a way to put it aside and continue to play their game.
Can he put it aside? Let's find out. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and it'll make it second down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And that's incomplete.
NFL quarterbacks work so hard on their mechanics, and they do so much repetition and practice, off-season, the whole deal. They expect it to be autopilot once the games start. That way it eliminates any type of pressure of the game, pressure of people in your face, all of that. That didn't shine through on that throw, though, did it?
No. A little bit of a dangerous pass and off target, too. After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And the 3rd down pass falls incomplete. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. Now this offense about ready to take over again. And to be frank, they're just in a tough spot. It's only November, already eliminated from playoff contention. I know their fan base doesn't want to hear that, but that's the case. What are they fighting for now going forward?
You know exactly what they're fighting for. Is that word that some people don't want to hear, but it's pride.
Draft. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was going to go draft, but pride's better, right?
You know something? You're right, because that's part of it, but that's two different mindsets. That's front office mindset, draft position, where are we going to be and what do we need to get? And then the players and the coaching staff right now, pride. Can they win some games and feel better about themselves despite the fact they have no shot at the playoffs?
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
Let's go! Green 39! Green 39!
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Finds his man, Watson, over the middle. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
All right, here we go. Blue 90! Blue 90! Gun, gun! Gun, gun! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. He's going to float this over the middle deep. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone.
Well, one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after them. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Now they try the right side here. And a loose football. And the defense will get their hands on it, going the other way. And they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line.
All these years we've been watching the game, I start to get the sense that whenever it rains out, those guys who have to touch the ball and carry it, They're extremely resentful about that weather.
Yeah, I'm just happy I'm not resentful that we have a roof over our heads. I know that much.
Yeah, maybe we won't fumble our play sheets here as we just saw the fumble happen on the field.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. This one complete to Curtis Samuel. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. This quarterback now 8 of 15 through the air, but it's 1st and 10 here. They'll set up a throw. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. He hit his first. Now this one from 48 yards away. And he missed it. It's no good. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. So here they come, the road team now getting the football first to start this 3rd quarter. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there, just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing, but with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Now back to throw. Incomplete, almost intercepted. They haven't picked him off yet. Would have been a great time for the first, but instead it's 3rd down. This offense so far on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7.
All right, here we go. 3-19. 3-19. Over.
They'll drop the throw. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. Another drive comes and goes. Still nothing on the scoreboard.
Yeah, and when the second half comes, you know, it's real easy to get discouraged and wonder if you're ever going to get things started. You just got to fight through it. Got to keep pounding away.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. It's taken to the 26. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see if the offense gets done.
And there is nowhere there for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Watch it now, Barney! Barney! Gun!
He'll drop to throw. Looking left side, and it's complete. A pickup of 24 on the third down conversion. So the ball moves from 138 to the other as they come up on 1st and 10.
Hurry up, here we go!
Back to throw now on 1st down. Escapes the sack. Taking a shot for Samuel. So they took a shot on 1st down but couldn't connect.
Love his pocket awareness, able to slip out of the sack. But once you take your eyes off the receivers, once your eyes come down and you see the rush, hard to get back downfield and find an open target. Fortunate, that one just wound up as an incomplete pass.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And this will be incomplete.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. That's Samuel, caught left side, and brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. And 15 yards there on the catch and run. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
So statistically, both of these offenses having a rough time getting a running game going. But boy, what a nice play there defensively.
Tackling him behind the line, but you're right. You look at the numbers. Neither side looks on track in the ground game. A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal.
Gun!
They'll set up to throw. Steps away to his left. And this is going to be incomplete. A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides, where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
Well, looking at it from a defensive perspective, that keeps the deficit very, very manageable. You know, all things considered, not a bad job on the defensive side.
I would say that you've pointed out something pretty good right there, and that is you actually have both sides happy with that exchange. You know, happy in quotes, of course. One team, hey, we've kept it within range. The other side saying, hey, we put points on the board and did stretch out the lead. Let's see how this one turns out.
Yeah, still bottom line, though, 3 points for the opening drive of the third quarter. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13.
All right, here we go. 3-19!
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So flag for the contact, pass interference.
And I know that you're going to look at me and roll your eyes, and rightfully so, because you know what I'm going to say. Doesn't the defender have a right to the football as well?
No, I don't like defenders.
That's because you spent too much time with me. Okay, I'll side with you on this one. Here's the correct call.
They'll look to throw here on first down. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 23 yards on the play.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. That one goes for 24 yards. Might we see our first touchdown of the game? Here's first and goal.
No, check, Patriot!
And they'll run it here. And they'll get him down here at about the 5-yard line. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up second and goal.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
He'll look to throw. And he's got it. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. That time the completion goes for 4 yards, and we're set up with a third and goal. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height, sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there. If he's willing to take the hits and just fire over the top, which saves him time and actually completes a play a little bit quicker than it normally does for a quarterback has to slide and find open space to throw.
Welcome back now to the Emerald Isle as we are just about set to go here in quarter number 4. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, third and goal.
Hurry up, here we go. 3-19.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. A great play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And his guy's now just a 2-point conversion away from tying us up. All right, now a big 2-point conversion attempt still to come.
All right, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
He'll look to throw. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete. And the failure to convert and tie the game. Now the pressure shifts back to the defense.
But I think it was the right play. I think it was the right call to try and tie the game there. Kick an extra point, you're still down 1. What's the sense? I like what they did.
So the lead shaved to 2 now as the kickoff is away. I think you'd have to say defensively, these guys are doing their job pretty well, right?
Yeah, we talked about them holding them under 20 points, right, on defense. And they've done that. They've held them. The problem is their own offense hasn't answered their challenge, which was to score more.
Yeah, exactly. I remember you saying magic number was right around 20, and the offense has been the issue. You're right. And they'll go on the ground. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 31 yards there and a first down.
I know that play went to the left side, and that's what it was designed to do, an outside handoff there. But how about the whole offensive line being involved? Seal the left side where the play was going, what they call play side. But how about on the back side? Just taking care of business to make sure no one can get there and disrupt it.
Is the biggest key the left tackle?
Without a doubt. Control that edge. Get out there. You want that left tackle, or if you bring your tight end over there, either way, control the edge of the line of scrimmage, you got a chance to rumble.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Right back to him on 1st down. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
Now a handoff looking right. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. Give him 3 yards, and now they're left needing a conversion here on 3rd and 6.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments and doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense.
Gone!
Back to throw here. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and that's going to make it 4th down. They'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. The 4th down pass play doesn't work out. And as a result, possession switches hands. Boy, you talk about not playing it safe. Why were they going for it there, Charles?
It's got to be a full evaluation of their team. Do they trust their defense in this situation? Maybe they think they've given all they can in this game and they don't have anything left. Do they not trust that the other team's quarterback is just so hot that no matter where they get the ball, they go downfield? Remember when Bill Belichick went for it in that game, right, against Indianapolis on the road, and everybody said, why'd you go for it there? I think he just thought to himself, on the other side, if they get the ball, they're going downfield anyway. He was trying to end the game right there with his own offense.
Now they'll run it on the toss. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. Obi Melifonwu with the tackle. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will have the 1st down as he's brought down up near midfield. At 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue. That right there, a good sign for a team that's had trouble converting 3rd down so far this year. They're in the bottom 5 in the NFL, but they come through there.
Yeah, and I bet if we put our guy Marvin on the case and say, Marvin, tell us where they rank.
And he'll be hit from behind and taken down. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result?
Sack.
Quarterback gets hit.
Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17.
Hurry up, here we go. 3-19. 3-19. Detroit! Detroit! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39. Green 39. Hot.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he can't corral it. That would have wrapped it up if he'd been able to hold on. Instead, it brings up 3rd down. Back-to-back big plays defensively. First the sack. Now they force the incompletion on 3rd and long. Things looking pretty good for them.
And this is where they have to be careful because they've got the momentum going their way. They will be really amped up to get to the quarterback. Look out. Draw, screen, something that can be used against them.
Back to throw. Hard throw, incomplete. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is it just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Hurry up, here we go. 3-19. 3-19. Gone.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the ball will go over on downs on the short side of the field. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch.
All right, here we go.
Now they try the right side here. Fighting through. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. And this defense continues to give them fits. They just can't get really anything going on the ground, can they?
I love the theme that you just brought up. This defense has been tough all game long against the run. We just saw another example of it there.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Oh, no, he lost the football. And this is going to go the other way. The defense has it. And maybe that one caused by the weather. Of course, the rain coming down. Charles, can you maybe, when you're carrying that football, grip it too tight in the rain?
I think that you can, and it's such a delicate balance, too, because when you grip it so tight, sometimes it'll slip out from your body. You squeeze it too hard, and it'll pop out on its own. I've actually had running backs talk to me about that, that when they've tried too hard, even in perfect conditions, the ball gets away.
And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked up by Obi Melifonwu. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
And he'll get this up to about the 40. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. And now whistles blow here. Play is stopped, and we're going to get a timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. They run a draw here on 2nd down. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. Now the defense will burn their third and final timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Watch it now, Barney! Barney!
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
Tremendous read and reaction by the defensive tackle. And frankly, partner, it's not that often the DTs have that type of easy access back to the quarterback. Never bought the play action fade.
Looking to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the offense will get this one back. Boy, that could have been catastrophic at this late stage of the game, but they avoid disaster.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. They'll get 6 there on the run, but it brings up 4th down.
I think we can safely say that those types of players are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still, you're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for Dublin, they get win number 10 on the year as they move to 10-1. And now they'll face the prospect of a long, albeit happy flight across the Atlantic. Meanwhile, for our visitors, they've fallen out of things now as they sink to 3-8. And they'll get a home date next week against the Detroit Lions. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL.